Fake cops, masquerading behind uniforms, badges, and fake police cars.
He literally pulled over our cat.
Who are you with?
I'm from Georgia, bro. We got sent down here for the Home Depot. Yeah, we actually got sent back today.
Why is the car registered to an individual?
That's mine. This is my car.
So what are you doing with all these red lights? And I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic.
You're a deputy sheriff?
Well, I mean, I work at the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So, I mean,
You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
Really?
But firstly, when this police impersonator got caught, this is how he defended himself.
Here, obviously, to try and figure that out.
Yes.
You do have a badge on that says officer.
Usually you said I have my work shirt. It's just that I was explaining to him I came from North Carolina. I'm from Jamaica. It's 42 degrees up there, so I have a sweater, my work shirt, and another shirt on because it's cold.
But obviously, I mean, you're here in Florida. It's not.
Yeah, I just got back. Yeah.
Right, it's not cold. So.
On October 22nd, 2018, a detective with the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office received a call from another detective stating he had observed a black male wearing a bulletproof vest and openly carrying a handgun and a taser inside the Verizon wireless store located at 1689 St. Lucie Boulevard in Port St. Lucie, Florida. When the detective arrived at the location, he saw the man wearing a gold officer badge on a chain around his neck, a black bulletproof vest, and green tactical pants. The detective made contact with the man who was identified as Leroy Thompson and asked him who he worked for. He told the detectives he worked for a federal agency responsible for transporting prisoners. This was a deceptive answer and an attempt to lead the detectives believe he was law enforcement. They then pressed Thompson for the name of the agency. He changed his story and said he was a contractor for a federal agency. Thompson produced an ID card with the name U.S. Corrections on it. The detectives then asked Thompson for the company number, but Thompson refused. But the detective didn't give up and searched it online. The detective called the number and spoke to an individual identified as Robert Downs. Downs said Thompson worked for U.S. Corrections and that a similar incident occurred recently with Thompson and the Port St. Lucie Police Department, but Downs did not elaborate. Downs said Thompson had been spoken to about the incident and was aware he isn't authorized by the law to open carry a firearm when he isn't working. But Thompson wasn't working at the time of the incident.
I said I just got back, and I said let me come get this real quick.
All right, man. My name is Detective Snyder. Obviously, you know we've been out here talking to you for a while. I do want to read your rights to you, so you're aware of them. Okay?
Right.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have him or her with you during questioning. Okay. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering at any time. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right. So you had a question for me?
What's your last four, your social?
That's my badge number on there too. Okay, go ahead.
You had a question for me, you said?
That was about asking if I was on arrest right here.
No, you're not under arrest right now. But I do want to just verify a couple of things, okay? Obviously, we came here because we got a call that there was somebody inside, looked like a police officer, but didn't have, you know, all of the badges or anything for anybody locally. So, you know, from time to time, we get people from out of county. Yeah. So we came by here, obviously, to try and figure that out. Yes. You do have a badge on that says officer.
Usually you said I have my work shirt. It's just that I was explaining to him I came from North Carolina. I'm from Jamaica. It's 42 degrees up there, so I have a sweater, my work shirt, and another shirt on because it's cold, and then this to get somewhere. Usually it's underneath, and I have my work shirt showing, yeah.
Okay.
That's why. Leroy complains of cold weather in sunny Florida, but Florida and Jamaica have somewhat similar weather patterns due to their geographical proximity and tropical climate.
You don't even live down here. Why are you down here?
My mom lives off on my...
You can just tell me. You don't have to
on my Florida Ida's license, it's Parsons Street, Port St. Lucie, Florida. So I decided to stop to get my phone, head there for 12 hours because I have to go back to work and get some sleep and then head back to Melbourne. Okay. So that was the entire reason why I'm even here.
Okay. Your boss, I talked to Robert, he's your boss. He said you had told him you were going to Melbourne.
I was going to stop in Palm Bay.
Palm Bay, okay.
Yeah. And then I came down here because my mom called me out. Can't even see the call log.
Understand.
So come down here.
According to Robert, if you go into a place like this, and obviously that rig comes right off, why don't you just take it off?
I've never heard that. Yeah, I've never heard that. It's not even in the policy handbook.
So he's never told you that before, that you're not allowed to go into...
From the police report, the officer that contacted Mr. Roberts Downs stated that all employees shouldn't wear their guard gear when they're not working. This contradicts what Leroy Thompson is stating.
When you're not working.
Robert, personally, no, because
Let me ask you this. I don't want to get hung up on semantics, but
okay, no problem.
has anybody ever told you at any point during your training, was it included in your training or in any documents or anything you've ever seen, that when you're not coming to and from work, you're not allowed to go inside open carrying a firearm because you had a gun on?
Yeah.
What kind of gun was that?
It's a Glock 17.
Glock 17, and it was loaded?
It is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously the detective over there removed it for now.
I forgot.
And then you had a taser on too. Is that?
Yeah, we use taser because we transport inmates. And
so that taser works. It's a
yes.
full function. Okay.
Yes.
In your training, at any point, did anybody ever tell you when you're not in the actively working, like Robert explained, if you're transporting somebody, you have to stop and get gas. Something breaks down, you got to go into a store, something like that. But right now, you're not doing that.
I get that. The only thing that referenced that is in regards to the G license when we were briefly going over because
you have a G license?
I do. It's regulated by the Department of Agriculture, so some of the things are similar in regards to what armed security guards do. So we briefly went over.
So is a G license the same as a concealed carry license?
No, it's not.
It's different.
As I was, it's hard to explain. For us to work as prisoner transport here in the state of Florida, we have to have a G license, or they couldn't hire us to do prisoner transport.
Right.
So that's the only reason why we have a G license.
So you currently, right now, as of today's date, which is the 22nd of October,
has my G license.
You have an active G license.
I think one of these officers have it.
Hey, Sarmi, is that license, the G license, is it active?
No record found as an NSCIC name for that number that on there.
For the G license.
What?
Or whatever this is. Yeah, this is the.
For that, what is that right there? Can you bring that to me, Fred?
I have my D license also. If you don't mind, my wallet is in here. It's just my wallet. Okay.
When was that G license issued?
It's the same, like legit. It was this year, I think. Yeah. This year or last year? Actually, last year, because I did my medical. Because you have to do your medical.
Okay, this is a D license.
Yeah, and so I got them I got this like a month after I got this. Yeah, I legit got it like a month after I got that. Because I just did my medical. I have my medical examination.
This is not the same card though. These cards come with the Florida Department of Agriculture on the back. Why isn't it on this one? Okay, let me ask you this. How did you get this?
They mailed it to me here from Tallahassee.
They mailed this to you?
Yeah, because I mailed the packet up, and it comes in the mail on like a blue card with my name and address on top.
Have you ever been arrested before for impersonating an officer?
This wasn't Leroy Thompson's first arrest for impersonating law enforcement officer. At 23 years old, Leroy Thompson was arrested for unlawful use of police insignia.
Police insignia?
Okay.
Yeah, because I had like a glove at the time that had police on it.
And how long ago was that?
I was 23, I think.
So how long?
I'm 28, so it's 5 years, I think.
And who arrested you?
I think his name was Officer Druga.
For what?
For St. Lucie. But that's the thing, the charge was unlawful of police insignia.
Let me ask you this: do you have any police, anything?
No, you can even look, because the last time at the gas station, they even looked.
You don't mind if the detectives look?
Yeah.
All right. You can just hang out. Just hang up here with me, and obviously you can just sit unlocked.
So they even checked. I have no lights, nothing. Yeah. I have no lights, nothing in there.
Quick question: you said the weapon was yours personally owned by
because
you.
it's a private company, so we have to buy all our gear.
Okay, including the badge. You bought your gear. Everything you have on you right now is personally owned.
You have to buy it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Everything is. Yeah. Okay. So, but now, because they regulate, the Department of Agriculture regulate the company, the prisoner company, they briefly go over G license and what armed security, and apart from their post and whatnot, they can't have their firearms.
Just so I understand, when you came out of the store,
yes,
I asked you, who do you work for?
Yes, U.S. Corrections, USC or U.S. Corrections.
What you told me was a federal agency. So what's your connection with a federal agency?
We travel, we travel across the country, and we're contracted by either state or federal. So the company on the contract has federal contracts and has state contracts.
So you're not actually...
Didn't I say USC? I could have sworn I said USC.
No, I asked you, who do you work for? You said, I work for a federal agency, is what you said. And I was just trying to figure out...
I said USC, but it's contracted with the 3 levels of government.
The 3 levels of government?
Well, federal and state. That's my bad. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I'm not a federal officer. I'm just.
Is that firearm that you're in possession of? Is that your personal firearm?
It is.
You purchased that? It's not a company firearm or anything like that.
All my weapons.
All about the taser?
I have to purchase all your weapons. There's a program where you could buy it through them, but you have to purchase all your weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything you have to purchase because it's a private company. It just has government contracts. It's not a law enforcement company, nothing like that.
Okay. And what were you here at the Verizon store for?
I just legit got my phone. Like, I decided to come from, I just got my phone. And I was headed home. Just got my phone and I was headed home. Because I have to go back, I don't know if Robert told you, I have a trip to go back to. It's a 2-day trip to do. So I just legit came to pick my phone up and go home. That's it. That was it. Like, that's it. So I stopped, get my phone, to go home, to get some sleep, to go back to the jail. That was it. That was the whole plan.
All right.
That was it. Caused nobody trouble, nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing, yeah.
All right, man. Hang tight for me for just a minute,
No
okay?
problem.
You don't mind staying here?
The only thing is the seat that's there, yeah. And the vest.
Are you special forces? Are you special forces?
That's my shirt. No, in the service we're attached to Ranger and Special Forces unit, so they yeah. So that's all my gear that I just traveled with. My clothes.
You're attached to the Special Forces unit?
When we were in the, because I'm in the service, I'm in the guard now, and so when you get deployed, you attach to different.
Who did you attach to?
I was 53rd down here in Tuxedo Avenue, the National Guard unit.
But
So we
that's
attached to 7th Group when we were in England.
you're attached to 7th
We
group.
were attached to 7th Group. Yeah.
53rd was attached to 7th group.
Yeah.
You sure?
That's
Sure about
what-
that?
That's,
I'm
what,
gonna
that's,
no,
that's what
listen.
I was told. Because I joined in 2010, so that was what I was told.
Listen carefully.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
Listen very carefully.
I was told that. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know it honestly.
Stop for a second. Stop for a second. I'm gonna ask you one more time. And I take this very seriously.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I was in. I'm not playing games. You were with 53rd. You're telling me you were attached to 7th group.
I was told that the unit 53rd Combat was attached to 7th Group.
Were you attached
I was
to
not
7th group?
attached to 7th Group.
So I'm going to ask you again. What's the story with the shirt that has a 7th group emblem on it?
It's Special Forces t-shirt. Get them, buy them, stuff like that.
So you bought that shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, because you told me you were given that shirt when you were attached to them. Just a second. I just asked you. How'd you get the shirt? You said they gave it to me when I was attached to 7th group. So for the record, just to be clear, you were not attached to 7th group.
Me personally was not.
And nobody
attached
gave
to
you that
7th
shirt.
Group.
You bought
Nobody
that shirt.
gave me that shirt. I bought.
You bought that shirt. Okay. All right. I just wanted. All right. Just being clear.
Leroy Thompson was arrested for police impersonation and later released on $1,500 cash bail. On October 24, 2022 in Florida, a police officer conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle that closely resembled a police car. The vehicle had a push bar on the front bumper and flashing blue lights on the sides, front, and rear. The vehicle also did not have a tag.
Zone 3, be a white Charger, no tag. Looks like a cop car, blue lights.
Zone 1, Channel 1.
CS6 Central in service.
How you doing?
What's up, brother?
Oh, not much. Who are you with?
I'm from Georgia, bro. We got sent down here for the Home Depots. Yeah, we actually got sent back today.
That's the report. Are you headed that way? The costume veteran. If you can send me the picture for our disorder.
Where's the tag for this one? What car? Is this a county car or no?
Yeah, I pulled it off, man, because we worked this gig in Louisiana last year. No, was it 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And man, we had local people calling police in Coleman County, saying, "Why you got Georgia people working down here?" And man, it became a big mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, give me the.
But I got all the stuff on.
Okay, hang on.
As another officer arrives at the scene, the man later identified as Cesar Chavez hands over his credentials to the officer for more clarity. Trying to verify Chavez's claims, the officer contacts Butts County Sheriff Office in Georgia.
Roll call. Hey, so I took it off because they always ask me questions, or because we do stuff at other states and all this shit. Oh, he's got like a brown t-shirt on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That ain't no cop car. I think he's doing private security at frickin' Home Depot. That's where I seen the car parked in the back this morning. Hey, it's Corporal Eppert, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office in Florida.
Okay, how you doing?
Good. I'm just trying to verify employment of supposedly one of your deputies.
Okay, you would have to call HR for that.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Hey, it's Corporal Epperts again. Hey, I can't get through to anybody. Nobody's picking up.
Then try 770. Magistrate Court, how may I help you?
Hey, it's Corporal Epperts, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office in Florida.
Hey.
Hey, I'm trying to verify employment of potentially one of your employees down here.
Unless it's with the magistrate court, I can't verify.
Okay,
Let me give you the number to the Butts County Commissioner's office.
What's his claim to fame?
That's what he's giving me. I'm trying to verify if he's even an employee, but that ain't no damn cop car.
Georgia?
Yeah.
No tag?
No tag. He said he took it off.
No.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging
Jesus
system.
Christ.
You got drugs?
Butts County Board of Commissioners is not available.
Yeah. We can't verify your
To leave
identity.
the number from which you are calling, press pound. To leave another callback number, enter the...
Is that why y'all? Man, I was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
That's no tag.
I've been okay, like, you know, this whole time. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry I had the blues on, man. Yeah, I'm a sergeant, Butts County Sheriff's Office. No, I understand. But I mean, the thing is, like, I didn't know my blues were on, man. I mean,
I understand you didn't know your blues were on, but it's like now we're stuck here. This is a privately owned vehicle, right?
Right.
Blue lights, carrying a concealed weapon, which, okay, I understand. We're trying to validate your information to make sure that you are supposed to be working.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have no problem once we can validate that.
Yeah.
You see the problem with the blues and no tag, that's the problem.
Right, man, I don't run my blues, brother. Literally, when you pulled me over, I was like, okay, the no tag thing. I pulled it. We always pull it off and do it.
Right.
And then when I walked out, I just seen my blues on. Because if you go in the car, you can't see them.
Well, I understand. I mean, but you understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
Hang on, before we go, I'm just going to disarm you until we know exactly what's going on.
Gun on you at all?
I got my 380 and my AR and stuff in there.
Anything else then?
No, that's it.
Okay.
And I got my knife here.
Stand by with it.
The officer tries again to contact the sheriff's office. This time he's lucky.
Butts County Sheriff Office.
Hey, it's Corporal Epperts again. Hey, I'm not getting through to anybody. Do you have a road patrol supervisor or anybody I could speak with?
Captain of Patrol. Let me
That'd
see
be great.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Garrison.
Hey, sir, it's Corporal Epperts, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office in Florida. I'm trying to verify employment. I'm on a traffic stop down here in Florida with a guy claiming to be employed by your agency.
Caesar is not employed with us.
Okay, was he ever?
He was.
Okay. Recently dismissed or?
Golly, I don't know, 6 months.
Okay. All right. He's still claiming to be gainfully employed by you. We've got him stopped down here in a white Charger with blue lights on it. We're down in the area where the hurricane hit. So he's still claiming employment with you and everything else.
He is not on our payroll.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's all I need. Somebody's going to jail. Let's go make that happen.
How you doing? All right.
If that's Captain Garrison, And he don't know what's going on. I'm reserved with Butts County Sheriff's Office.
He's saying you're not employed, period.
Yeah, well, he don't know what's going on, man. I can give you, we can go above him and call the sheriff. Me and Captain, I know it looks weird, man, but me and Captain, he's one of the reasons I retired early. I retired back last September.
Okay. Well, you were just indicating to me that you're still employed and all that. She said you are not employed. As of 6 months ago, you have nothing to do with the sheriff's office.
It's not even 6 months ago. It was about a whole year ago. I went reserve with them.
Okay. Well, here's our dilemma.
It's not even a real squad car.
No.
It's a privately owned squad car.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So and you're driving red and blue with the blues on.
I didn't mean to. I'm really
I
sorry
understand that.
Yeah.
And you presented an ID that you're an active employee, and you're not an active employee.
Well, I'm reserved, brother. I can.
Our ID cards say reserve, and I understand that.
Yeah, ours don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I just talked to my captain, Bruce Knight, and I asked because you got to do 20 hours a year in Georgia to make sure you're basically keeping up with your hours. I just called him to make sure I'm still with the sheriff's office. He said, "Yeah, we're good." Like, brother, I'm telling you, I was a sergeant, man.
Hey, we're having a problem. Tell you. We'll get with you. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm having a huge problem.
I understand.
Huge problem.
I understand, Sergeant. Like, I completely understand you. I was a sergeant too. You know what I'm saying? And I can call my sheriff. You can talk to.
See, you can call your sheriff, and how do I know that's really the sheriff? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I will. I mean, I can call anybody at the sheriff's office. I call the sheriff's office, and I'll ask for Amanda, who is Sheriff Gary Lone's assistant, and he will prove to you. Or I can call Bruce Knight, who was the captain there, who does all the hours and stuff.
Was the captain? You said was the captain.
Bruce Knight?
Yeah.
Captain? You talking Captain Garrison?
I don't know. I can't remember who.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt Garrison. Yeah. I mean, I can prove to you, brother. I got Officer Thompson, who works for Lafayette PD, who's up there. He's calling me now.
Right.
I understand.
Well, here's the difference. You're wearing a sheriff's office shirt. You're wearing definitely not driving a cop car that's not a cop car. You're doing private security at Home Depot. You're representing yourself as a sheriff's deputy. You're not here mutual aid for the hurricane.
Well, sir, as a reserve, we can do that. As a reserve.
No, you have to be under mutual aid.
Private security. You're not here in mutual aid representing your agency to help us out during time.
Because we have lots of mutual aid agencies that come here.
Yes, so
you're again riding down the road in a civilian vehicle outfitted like a cop car with blue lights on. There's a violation.
I'm sorry about the blue lights, bro. Like that.
Okay, well, we're not going to get past that. Right now, I don't believe you. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I don't believe you.
And I will never put myself in a situation that I will be.
What else do you have in the vehicle other than a gun? You have any drugs? Anything in there?
No, man. I'm clean. I do security in Georgia. That's just what we do, you know. And I'm reserved. You can't do security unless you're reserved with the sheriff's office. He doesn't know reserve. I went past Captain Garrison. It went to the sheriff. You know, just some people that don't appreciate. You know, I mean, I did 7 years with these guys.
Right.
And you know,
well, for right now, we're going to detain you. Period.
I understand.
All right.
Yes, driving a privately owned car that's outfitted to look like a cop car, and representing yourself as a police sergeant when you're not a police sergeant, doesn't sit well with the police officers and leads to his arrest.
380 right?
Yeah, and I'll let you search out if you find anything. You find it.
How stupid can you? I went through Home Depot this morning. I seen that. I'm like,
no tag. So
no tag, but it was parked.
He's nefariously trying to hide the identity that it's not a real car.
The following example shows what happens when someone pretending to be an officer tries to pull over a real police officer. Just before this recording, the person in question used emergency lights to act like a police officer, staying in the passing lane to block other vehicles and causing a traffic jam behind them. What they didn't realize was that the vehicle directly behind them belonged to the captain of a police department.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
What's your name?
In charge.
I'm in
Sergeant. Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Sergeant.
Okay, sir. I was told that you were using your car like you were a police officer.
No. Well, you should have showed it, right? You're in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now.
You have your driver's license, sir?
No, I'm not giving it. You have that.
Okay, well...
I'm in charge of this right now.
Okay. We're in charge of what?
I'm in charge of this property and other properties.
Okay, and that's fine. But
parked over there on the highway, or you lit up cars and you were using your car like a police car.
There's no proof.
Okay, hear me out. I'm investigating something, right? And if you refuse to give me your driver's license, I can detain you and arrest you.
Okay, detain me then.
Okay. Turn around.
No.
Don't resist.
No. Resist, man. No. Hey, knock it off. Knock it. No. Hey, go. I haven't done anything wrong. Hey, don't, man.
Stop pulling away. Stop pulling away.
Don't do it. Knock it off. Well, then why are you resisting?
Now you're resisting arrest. Now you're resisting. Could have just gave me your ID.
I gave you ID.
Could have given me your driver's license.
I understand that. Okay.
All right.
You know.
Do me a favor. You have any other weapons on you?
Well, mains.
Okay.
You got mags. Any other weapons, sir? Mains. Is that recording? Yes. Excellent. Is it recording on the highway? No. All right. Because I get to hear my post. Okay. Don't move.
Hold on.
Move.
Just stay here.
There's nothing in there. There's nothing else.
I still gotta check you.
Without gloves?
Yeah. I don't care. What do you got in there?
Where do you keep your cuff keys?
No,
you got cuffs? Where do you got the cuff keys? They're on my mouth. 30 checkers.
I mean, this could have gone a lot easier, man.
It was easier. I gave you my ID, and that's who I was. No.
I asked for your driver's license. You refused.
Yes, sir. Because I didn't break the law.
Yes, sir.
No,
You did.
sir. I didn't.
Okay, well, I was investigating you breaking the law.
Okay, but that's still not breaking the law, right?
Nothing else? All right, do me a favor. Have a seat here on the sidewalk.
No, I don't want to sit. I'd rather just stand.
Okay, well, you could sit in the back of a car or on the sidewalk.
I'll be sitting here.
Okay, then sit down. Sit down or in the back of a car.
Wait,
you pick one.
Can you two?
Back of a
fix
car
this one?
or right here?
Can you fix this one real fast? My left. It's on my phone, just a little bit.
Handcuffs are not meant to be comfortable, man.
Man, I know.
Do you want to sit on the sidewalk or in the back of a unit?
How about if I lean against the unit?
You can sit on the sidewalk or in the back of a unit.
If I just lean on a unit.
All right, back of the unit.
I have a bad back from my rack.
Well, we'll be gentle.
You got to be gentle.
All right.
Okay.
Have a seat.
All right.
Where can I get your driver's license?
It's in my wallet.
Where's your wallet?
Yeah, I got it. You threw it on the floor.
All right. Have a seat. I don't know why you want to argue with us, man.
Man, I didn't light up shit.
Okay.
He has no proof. I didn't light up anything.
Okay.
I was coming to work. Every time I come to work, I feel here.
516 income.
That's all I do.
Just watching.
Yep.
He literally pulled over our cat.
No, well, he was trying to. Captain was on the highway, and this guy was lighting him up, like, "Hey, don't pass me. I'm a police officer." He's got no plate on his car, and looks like he was trying to run away from Captain after he identified himself as a police officer. So look, he was backing up as Galeno pulled in. Let me talk to Captain.
Portillo, later identified as the individual in question, proved uncooperative with law enforcement. His demeanor from the beginning, coupled with his refusal to provide his driver's license, made his interaction with the police more challenging.
You guys.
So, yeah. Well, he refused to give us his ID. I told him if he didn't give us an ID, he said I didn't commit a crime. He said, well, you know, we're investigating a crime, you impersonating a police officer. And he says, I'm not going to give you my driver's license. Because he did give me his ID, like his security guard ID. And I said, I need your driver's license. He says, I'm not going to give it to you. And I said, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to detain you. And he said, then detain me. So, that's where that happened. And he's pulling away, whatever. I can articulate resisting, but I don't know if we're going to be at that point. I will say, though, you did identify yourself as a police officer, and he was pulling out
so
when...
So he came up. So whenever he was over there, and I was just like, I was sure, like, I didn't want to make him, like, obviously I was tailing him all the way around the building.
Yeah.
So he knew I was following him. And it was like, once he got out over here, he was way over there. I stayed right here. That way it was obvious distance. Well, he comes up, and whenever he comes up in front of me, he turns on his lights again. And so I go to get out. Whenever I get out, his window's up, the dog window is down. Just that intimidation factor. He wants the dog to be going off at me. And that's whenever he rolled down the window. I told him, hey man, stop, whatever.
I can't remember exactly what I said.
I actually heard you because you were still on the phone, and I turned on my camera to catch it.
Yeah,
but you can hear
right first, and then like I told him, hey man, Mexico State Police. That's whenever I identified myself, and he said, show me your badge. It's in my truck.
Yep.
I can't get it right now. Like, I'm letting you know verbally, I am New Mexico State Police. Go and stop. And he said, I don't care. And that's whenever I stepped in front of his car.
Yeah.
And he goes to start backing up. That's what in the hole.
Yeah.
He goes to continue to back up. I told him, just stop. I have state police officers on the way. They're coming right now. And he refused. But the biggest issue is, like, and that was his whole thing. I'm on private property. The interstate wasn't private property.
You did that on private, or on a state highway.
And that's where I kept telling him, and he referred to, and he said, he owns this. Like, dude, I don't care. Like, that was the interstate. And that was the first time. So we were at the, it was right after that was the first time. So traffic's backed up. He's causing me to back up because he's staying in the left-hand lane right at like 64, 65-ish. And I go to pass him on the right. As soon as I go to pass him, he turns on all of his lights. And that's whenever I see for the first time they have blue lights in his front visor. And then, so my initial reaction, because I was like bumper to bumper pretty much, back bumper to front bumper, is I hit my brakes and go to pull over. But as soon as I do that, he shuts them all off. Like, okay, this dude isn't legit because he didn't have a plate in the first place.
Yeah, there was plates in the door. If you noticed that. It's hanging
I
out
didn't
the
see
door.
that.
Well, I'm going to run that in a second. I just saw it on the door.
Yeah, so as soon as he does that, then I backed up. That's whenever I just stayed behind him the whole way. And once he realized I was staying behind him, and you can't even say I was tailgating him, because there was a black vehicle in between us, and he hits the lights again. Like, and that's whenever I can clearly see that his back window, it's not tinted, it's just dirty as hell, probably from the dog. And that's whenever I see the red lights in the back, and then he turns them off. Like, multiple times, he's just like using his lights as like back away from me type of thing, like we do.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Take care of these people here. From a guy getting all these people here, we're cleaning house here. That's it. I have no warrants. I have nothing. That's all I do.
The card you presented us, what powers does that give you?
I'm a PPO, which gives me, I'm not a level 3 security officer. I'm above a level 3 security officer.
So you're not considered a police officer, right?
I am not, no.
Okay. So you understand that
PPO stands for Private Patrol Operator. In New Mexico, the government issues licenses to individuals or companies providing security services such as patrolling.
if you just give it,
So he started following me, getting close and getting close. I asked him to show his ID. He refused to show his ID. And so I started backing up. Look, last night, we busted a guy that there's so many. There was a stabbing. There's a guy yesterday that I busted that went into the place of the the laundromat, next to the laundromat. He went in there, then he tried to carjack somebody. So that's what I do. Announcers. Yeah. I'll take it. Okay.
Hey, Galliano.
Sir.
Sorry.
What, do you need to call and tell you that you're okay? No. She's a nurse. Okay.
But I mean,
so we come here and we secure. There's a list underneath my visor. So we secure this. We've been hired 2 weeks. It's called Black Eagle. Okay. This is a company that you work for. This is a company that I just started. Okay. Do you have a contract with these properties? Yes. Okay. For the whole land, from the whole land, from the whole property by the owners. Okay. So like yesterday, there was it's a super bad area. Yeah, I understand. Right. So this is where we come. This is where I come first. Now let's rewind. Okay, I understand what you're saying, and like I said, your presence here, where you're dressed, your vehicle, all of that, on private property, just like you said. You own this property, this private property. Right. Absolutely valid. Again, going back to the interstate, why did you turn on your lights on? I didn't turn on your lights on. You turned on your blue front lights. Whenever I went to your right front. I didn't. How did I know they were blue? I don't know. Okay, cool. There's there. So I don't know. If I did, I didn't know. Because I usually turn on my lights here because I was going to go to the ladies. This is like, things are going to go really bad. You're trying to do a good thing, man. You are. I understand the position that you're in. I'm not trying to, let me finish. Go ahead. Okay. Overall, okay, what you're doing as far as the necessity of security for this, okay, you're using your background and your abilities, your military, like all that stuff for good, okay? I understand that. I applaud that. People like you help us all the time, okay? If I had more good people that were willing to stand up for good people that are afraid, then criminals would run away. Right. Crime would be squashed, okay? I understand that. Right. Okay? But what you're doing right now, okay, by trying to... As far as what? As far as lying, okay? So by, I didn't turn on my lights, okay? So now, number one you're doing is you're trying to make me out to be a liar. I'm not trying to make you out to be a liar. Just let me finish, okay? It's like, I'm all about respect, man. Okay, go ahead. You can ask these guys. Go ahead, man. Like, they want to talk to me. They want to even yell at me. I shut up. I listen because it's so important what they have to say. Okay? But you... I'm sorry, I'm not... No, I understand you're getting out of the sun. So all of this that you're doing, okay, on a daily basis to help society is going in the toilet because you're minimizing your actions and you're failing to own what they did. That's going to change the outcome of this completely. Right. Okay? Because you continue to lie and you continue to say. So what's going to happen? So what do you want me to say? I turned on the lights I want you and to then be we're honest. Done? I want you to be honest. I don't know I turned on the lights. Okay. Because I have all on there. It's no different than sometimes my mic coming on by me bending. So you know what? I'm not playing I'm not playing any game. I'm not playing any game. I would lie. I wouldn't lie at all. Just wouldn't lie. I have no reason to lie. I have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Well, actually, I do have a lot to lose if I lie. You do, but yeah, you know, because you're impersonating a police officer. That would be, and you understand. Yes. Whenever you take your oath, and whenever you are. Is there any weapons in the vehicle? There's my dog, right? Those are copies of your IDs. Do you understand what you need to do? I do. Call.
It's on the bottom part.
Very last.
Right here. Address, phone number, and date and time.
Yeah, date. Okay, so that is the date. Okay, got it. And the 401 Lomas is the...
That's the address.
No, 401 Lomas is at the blue strip?
It's going to be the building on the northwest corner.
The other one with the... Okay, got it. All right, gents. Guess that's it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. Thank you. All right.
Sir, like I said, next time... Make it easier.
Portillo was given a misdemeanor citation for impersonating an officer and released. On July 20th around 1 p.m., Ackworth Police Chief observed a white Dodge Charger weaving through traffic and shining white and red emergency lights near Lake Ackworth Drive. The police chief commissioned a marked cruiser to stop the vehicle.
Hey, partner. Hi. Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Ackworth Police Department.
How are you?
The only reason why I'm pulling you over, I guess y'all were, well, that's my chief of police right there. He saw y'all go around traffic. He was trying to figure out who y'all were with or what was going on.
Okay.
So he called out on the radio and asked for a marked unit. That's why I got you pulled over.
That's fine.
So, I'll just let him come up if you want to ask. Who y'all work for, Georgia Metropolitan?
Yeah, I'm off-duty hero operator.
Oh, off-duty hero operator?
How you doing, Chief? Hey. I'm off-duty operator. I just working off regular detail. That's my ID. That's my badge. Yeah, I just working a regular detail.
The HERO program, which stands for Highway Emergency Response Operators, is a freeway service patrol operated in Metro Atlanta by the Georgia Department of Transportation. Its primary role is to minimize traffic congestion by clearing wrecked or disabled vehicles and providing traffic control at incident scenes.
I went to get my car checked out because you can see all the lights on.
Why is the car registered to an individual?
That's mine. This is my company.
So what are you doing with all these red lights?
Sorry?
Why all this emergency lights? And did I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic on Lake Eckworth Drive?
Oh, no, because I couldn't get through, Chief. You notice? That's a standstill. So I flashed the lights hoping to see me that I was trying to get in the line.
Who do you work for?
This is my company. I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company.
Okay.
Yeah, I do criminal details. Yeah.
So you look like me, you're impersonating a police officer.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not impersonating, sir.
You got any ID on you?
Yes, sir. We look in the front. We look in the front.
I see red lights. I saw red lights when you pulled out.
Yeah, that's sir. That's when it activated to the back.
Yeah. Where's your ID?
Right, yes, Chief.
Do you have a lighting permit for the vehicle?
Yeah, right there on the glass.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Yeah, she's got a light permit. I'm just looking at this, sir. Light permits good through December of this year. Hey, Chief, what do you say that cross was where you saw him activate the lights on Lake Eckworth?
What's the name of the subdivision with the mayor behind
Lake
Eckworth? He was at
Ackworth Muffler.
And he was wanting to turn right out onto 92 in that string of traffic there, and he turns on
Okay.
the lights to get out there.
Okay, so near Cherokee Street.
The thing is so he has a lighting permit that's valid. He has a lighting permit that's valid for the vehicle. To have
Can't have red though. Can't have red or blue, right?
That's what I'm curious about. If he has a company that does escorts, I'd have to look back in the law. I would assume it's amber and white.
Right.
But at the very least, from what Chief's saying, he's improperly using them. He's not on an escort.
Right.
He's just trying to cheat his way into traffic. So at the very least, I want improper use of emergency equipment.
Speeding down Gallo Road.
Yeah. It's just I didn't, Chief didn't give me a number, so I don't know if he was pacing them. I don't think Chief was pacing him. He didn't tell me exactly how fast he was doing. He was saying 57. Oh, he said 57? Oh, okay.
All right, Mr. Mackey, there's your ID back.
Thank you.
Look, given with all the lighting permit and stuff that I'm seeing, I'm just going to assume everything's properly permitted and stuff for the vehicle.
It is, sir.
That said, with what my chief's observation, the use of those are for strictly business purposes. You can't be using it to pull into traffic, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to issue a citation for unlawful operation for emergency vehicle, okay? Just here.
I know. Let me just talk to Chief real quick before, because I'm telling you how it's going to work. Even though I'm doing this on my private side, once I get this ticket, G-Dot is going to ground me again. I'm going to get grounded. And that's why I'm trying to don't interfere my personal business with G-Dot. Anytime they run a driver's license number, I'm going to get grounded. I ask the Chief, please.
I hear, but you have to understand that this whole scenario is a big issue for us too, because the uniform and lights and all that. This is when it gets.
The thing is, this is my company. I run my company respectfully, okay? Because I deal with high clients. This is my uniform. Not me say officer, nothing. This is my uniform.
I got you.
You understand? But please, I just want to talk to the Chief. I know you're going to still do your job. I mean no harm. You can check me. My badge number is 44 is everyone the express lanes.
Just hear me out.
I don't want to get grounded.
If the chief wants to argue, that's fine, but this is going to stand, all right? Just let me explain this. What I need you to do is sign here at the X. Signing is not an admission.
I know routines.
All right.
I'm a former police in the Bahamas. I know.
Okay, pay it outright, and they'll explain your payment problems.
Hey, Chief.
Have you got a business card?
Yes, sir. Can I step out?
And you're all hot, but what about all these people in there?
I know.
That's why the windows for them.
Yeah, I'm trying to crack the window right now, Chief.
Won't you open all the windows so they don't?
No, the thing is, when I ride, the air, the compressor's going to kick in. Yeah. Chief.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be no pain in your hip, but Chief, please, man, I don't want to get grounded. Please, from GDOT, please. I beg you, Chief.
I get that.
I live in the community. I live right there on 3485. I'm not a bad person. Please, Chief. I beg of you.
I don't think you're a bad. Let me have your business card. I don't think you're a bad person.
No, I just don't want to get.
You're impersonating a police officer.
I don't want to. No, I don't impersonate police officers, sir. That's why I was careful. I present myself on my uniform. Also, I'm a former police in the Bahamas. I don't have nothing to impersonate for.
We need real cops.
I know.
You could apply.
I don't want to. Honestly, I don't want to apply for awkward.
Okay.
I don't want to apply for awkward.
If it's hard to find your business card, just what's a good phone number for you, sir? Okay, thanks.
Anytime.
All right, thank you very much, sir. All right, unless you have any other questions, you're free to leave.
I want to verify your employment, and I'm probably going to have CID look into this, to be honest with you, to see what you're doing. I know, Chief. I don't feel good.
Chief.
Mackey was initially cited for unlawful operation of an emergency vehicle. But after further investigation, detectives learned he hasn't been a hero operator since January, when Georgia Department of Transportation fired him. Mackey was later charged with impersonating a public officer.